Modi interacts with chief ministers, discusses COVID scenario, calls for reducing positivity rate to 5%. Mortal remains of former Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi reach Kalakshetra to remain there for people to pay their last respects. Assam remembers great Ahom General Lachit Borphukan. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals to youth to follow his ideals. Country observes Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur. President Ram Nath Kovind recalls his sacrifice to protect people's rights. And COVID recovery rate better now in India, including the Northeast. 1 crore frontline workers chosen for first dose of vaccine. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj with the news in details. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted via video conferencing with chief ministers of states that are witnessing a surge in coronavirus cases to review the COVID-19 situation. The Prime Minister urged all the chief ministers to share their feedback on COVID-19 strategy. He said no one can impose any view and all have to work together. Interacting with chief ministers, Modi also cautioned states and union territories against any laxity in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic and called for reducing the positivity rate to at least 5% by focusing on curbing the virus transmission.
की एक विशेष दृष्टि होती है, क्योंकि इन चीजों को अगर आपके सुझाव मिलेंगे तो मेरा आग्रह है कि आप लिखित में अगर हो सके उतना जल्दी, क्योंकि आज भी कुछ अच्छे मुद्दे उठाए सबने कि ये हो ये हो ये हो, इससे भी ज्यादा होंगे, ये अगर मिल जाएंगे तो हमें अपनी स्ट्रेटेजी वर्कआउट करने में सुविधा होगी। और ये कोई किसी पे थोप नहीं सकता है। भारत सरकार निर्णय करे कि हम ये करेंगे और राज्य सरकार, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। हम सबको मिलकर के ही इस चीज को आगे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा और इसलिए सबके विषयों का बड़ा महत्व है।
Moving on to Northeast, in Assam, people from all walks of life are paying their last respects to veteran Congress leader Tarun Gogoi. The mortal remains of the three-time Chief Minister was taken today to his official residence in Dispur from Guwahati Medical College Hospital, where various political leaders and organizations paid their floral tributes. The hearse was then taken to Janta Bhavan, where floral tributes were paid by Industry and Transport Minister Chandra Mohan Patwari and DGP Bhaskar Jyoti Mohanto, among others. The hearse then was taken to Congress headquarters Rajiv Bhavan, where many party leaders and his followers assembled to pay tributes to the departed soul. Later, the hearse was taken to Shankardev Kalakshetra, where his mortal remains will be kept so that people can pay their tributes to the departed leader. The Assam government has declared 3 days state mourning. In Assam, people across the state are celebrating Lachit Borphukan, the great Ahom general who had thwarted Mughal attacks to subjugate Assam. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal offered floral tributes to the portrait of Mahavir Lachit Borphukan on the occasion at his official residence in Guwahati. He urged the youth to dedicate themselves to nation building, following Lachit Borphukan's ideals of valor, sacrifice, patriotism and high ethical values. It may be mentioned that though the state-level celebration was scheduled to be held at Dhemechi in Dibrugarh district, the program was cancelled following the observation of a 3-day state mourning on account of former Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi's death on Monday. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
अरे वाह, लेजेंड की बैट, इससे तो मैं खेलूंगा। फ्यूचर बैटिंग लेजेंड बैट,
इसमें जिसका नाम लिखा है बैट उसी को मिलेगी।
अरे यार,
देखा, अगर इस पे मेरा नाम नहीं लिखा होता तो कितनी दिक्कत हो जाती। इसलिए आरबीआई कहता है बैंक अकाउंट हो या बैंक लॉकर, उसमें नॉमिनी का नाम जरूर दर्ज करें ताकि आपकी जमा पूंजी उसी को मिले जिसे आपने नामित किया है।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur, the 9th Guru of Sikhs, is being observed today across the country. It was on this day in 1675, Guru Tegh Bahadur sacrificed his life to protect religion, human values, ideals and principles. The martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur is remembered as Shahidi Divas every year. President Ram Nath Kovind paid tributes to Guru Tegh Bahadur on his martyrdom day. In a message, Kovind said, Guru Tegh Bahadur had made supreme sacrifice to protect the faith, belief and rights of the people. Therefore, the fellow citizens call him Hind Di Chadar with love and respect. In Corona update from the Northeast, while the number of active cases has reached 1,007 in Arunachal Pradesh, the number of cured cases has gone up to 15,036. The number of deaths is 49. Manipur has now 3,038 active cases, while the number of cured cases is 20,374. The death toll has reached 238. In Meghalaya, the number of active cases now is 895. The number of recoveries is 10,392 and the number of deaths is 110. In Mizoram, the active cases now are 502 with 3,203 discharged cases. The death toll has remained at 5. The number of active cases in Nagaland now is 1,444. The cured cases have topped 9,347. So far, the pandemic has claimed 61 lives. Recording 230 active cases, Sikkim has notched up 4,406 cured cases, even as the death toll has reached 100. In Tripura, the number of active cases stands at 827, even as the discharged cases have reached 31,296. The death toll is 370. In Assam, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet has said 169 cases were detected out of a total of 25,225 COVID tests conducted during the last 24 hours. 2,07,525 patients were discharged. The recovery rate has reached 98.02%, even as percentage for active cases is 1.51. Percentage of deaths has been pegged at 0.46. India has leaped across a significant milestone in its fight against COVID. With recovery of more than 86 lakh people so far, the national recovery rate has reached 93.76%. With overall recovery of nearly 86 lakh 5,000 patients, the recovery cases in the country stands at nearly 20 times the number of active cases. Over 42,000 patients recovered and were discharged in the last 24 hours, whereas the new confirmed cases reported in the same time span stand at nearly 38,000. The active case load of the country also continues to remain below 5%. The total active cases in the country today stand at 4,38,667, which comprise merely 4.78% of the total reported cases. The Union Health Ministry has said the fatality rate stands at 1.46%. It informed that 480 case fatalities were reported in the past 24 hours. Even as the world grapples with the exasperating situation in the aftermath of the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, operational updates for active cases stand at 5,95,65,204, while the number of cured cases spread over the world has touched 4,12,17,002. The death tally accounts for 14,02,972. After Pfizer, another US drug maker, Moderna Inc., has said its mRNA vaccine candidate provides strong protection according to preliminary data from the company's late-stage trials. Moderna said its mRNA 1273 experimental vaccine appears to be 94.5% more effective than of Pfizer's and Russia's Sputnik V. The anti-coronavirus vaccine, once available, will be distributed under a special COVID-19 inoculation program using the processes, technology and network of the existing Universal Immunization Program (UIP). It will run parallel to the UIP. The Centre, with the help of state and union territory governments, has started the process of identifying around 30 crore priority beneficiaries who will be given the vaccine dose in the initial phase. Like the rest of the world, India too is making plans for rollout of the vaccine. An estimated 1 crore frontline health workers will receive the first dose. In Meghalaya, the 121st Seng Kut Snem was observed on Monday to mark the Seng Khase movement. With no big gatherings, the celebration this year was curtailed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Seng Kut Snem signifies the end of the working year of the organization and celebrates the anniversary of the formation of Seng Khase on November 23rd every year. Special prayers were offered on the occasion at the Waking Ground. Governor Satyapal Malik and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma extended warm greetings to the people on the occasion. Leader of Opposition Mukul Sangma also greeted the members of the Seng Khase on the occasion. In Nagaland, Kohima Smart City Development Limited KSCDL has been declared winner at the ET Government Global Smart Cities Forum 2020 under the category Best Digital Initiative of the Year for Technology for Kohima City Wi-Fi Phase 1 project. CEO KSCDL Kovi Mears said the main objective is to provide internet access for the masses in public locations at cheaper cost and instant access to data for emergency services with better coverage. He said IT infrastructure will help establish a platform for smart city with innovative smart solutions such as Pan City fire emergency solutions, smart offices, entertainment, smart street lighting, smart kiosk, smart traffic management and others with the aim to turn Kohima into a more tourist-friendly place. You can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. To end the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Chief Ministers, discusses COVID scenario, calls for reducing positivity rate to 5%. Mortal remains of former Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi reached Kalakshetra to remain there for people to pay their last respects. Assam remembers great Ahom General Lachit Borphukan. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals to youth to follow his ideals. Country observes Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur. President Ramnath Kovind recalls his sacrifice to protect people's rights. And COVID recovery rate better now in India, including in Northeast. 1 crore frontline workers chosen for first dose of vaccine. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, frequently wash hands with soap or sanitizer, remember to wear mask properly and join Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you.